Oh, I hate it when priests talk about money. Well, you're going to hate this. So this time every year, we mail to all of our parishioners who are registered, and it's also in the welcome centers, the synopsis of our annual financial report. You will find in here a link to the full report, and all the line items which are online. So this is about our past fiscal year, July 1st, 2004 through June 30th, 2025. We spent about $1.4 million last year in this parish to do the work of Jesus, to catechize our children, to maintain these beautiful worship spaces, to help one another in need, to support Lawrence Catholic Academy every week. So this is $1.4 million does not appear from the sky. So how did we do? In terms of income, in fiscal year 25, we gave collectively, so weekly offertory, monthly offertory, grand annual collection, spring collection, slightly more than we did the previous year. That's very good. Thank you to everyone who was generous. In terms of expenses, we talked about this in the spring, our expenses were significantly higher than we budgeted, just like they were for you and me in our homes. I am ready to lead a revolution, speaking of Bolshevism, against the utility companies. I am ready to go, kids. I've got my pitchfork. We also had several major capital repairs that we had not anticipated. So at the end of the fiscal year, we had an operating deficit of about $18,000. On $1.4 million, that's not bad at all. We withdrew that from our savings. We don't have a lot of savings, so we are doing very well, and we have to keep the gas on the pedal in terms of contributing. We know for this year's budget, we're not firing anyone. We have a very small, hardworking staff. We have to pay the light bills, no choice. We know we need to increase our income this fiscal year by 10% in order to not have a deficit. 2 years ago, we needed to raise our income by 20%, and the way we did it, fair is fair, and particularly because our incomes are so different in this parish, I asked everyone to increase all giving by 20%, and we pretty much made that goal. So I am asking everyone for money to increase your giving weekly, monthly, grand annual appeal, the spring collection, by 10% at least this year. If you give $20 a week in the collection basket, $22 please, or maybe you could bump it to $25, $50, $55. If you bring $100 every week, $110. And I kid you not on this, if you don't give at least $15 a week in the collection, unless you are really profoundly economically poor, and most of us are not, that is the Massachusetts minimum wage for 1 hour of work. I ask everybody to give no less than $15 a week in the collection basket. When I was in high school, I was on my parish council. This is 45 years ago. I was blown away when I learned the secret that there are Catholics who put $1 in the collection basket. This was 45 years ago. $15 is 1 hour of minimum wage work in Massachusetts. So, conclusion here is, the biggest collection we have each year is our grand annual appeal. It makes up for a lot of the difference between our regular giving and our budget. We'll start taking this up next Sunday. We need to raise at least $225,000 in this collection, and I believe we will, for 3 reasons that most people in this community embrace. Number one, 100% participation. Raise your hand if you think you do not have a right to the ministry of Jesus Christ in this parish. Everyone has that right. Raise your hand if you don't think you are equally responsible for funding the ministry of Jesus in this community. Well then, I'm sure we're going to have 100% participation, because fair is fair. If you're one of these people who sits here and says, "Shut up, priest, I'm not going to give," You have no friends, but you can have the great reversal now, and you will find yourself happy. So 100% participation. Generous. Some people in this community are really rich economically. Some people are really poor economically. We have found that when we all give generously, of course God has given us the money we need to do his ministry through this parish. So what is generous for you? I ask you to give. Whatever you gave last year, you'll get it in your letter. Please increase it by at least 10%. Some of you are going to give a 5-figure gift. I am very aware that I'm asking you to give at least 4 figures more. That's generous. And finally, sacrificial. Love is sacrificial. The Good Samaritan is sacrificial. The rich man is entirely not sacrificial. I know I love my kid when I don't want to give to my child, and I give. I sacrifice. I know a gift in this collection is sacrificial when I really don't want on some level to give this, but I sacrifice to God and for God. So if you're a registered parishioner, you should have received, or you will receive this week, the report, a letter from me. The letter will cite what you gave last year or the year before. This is my letter to me. It's a little weird, isn't it? And at the bottom I handwrite, you're my hero? Anyway, my letter to me and an envelope. You can put a check or money in the envelope. You can go online to WeShare and contribute electronically. You can hold your phone up to the QR code and you can go right online to donate. These are available, if you don't yet have them, in the welcome centers on the way out. Next Sunday, second collection, or today online, I believe we will grow as Christian stewards through this. There is no parish in this country where I would rather be growing as a Christian steward than St. Patrick's in Lawrence.